Hello there people, and welcome to another Mont Marte art lesson. Now I really hope and think that this lesson is going to help you guys, because today we're going to be exploring colour theory. Now I know colour theory can be very complex and a little bit long-winded, but I'm going to keep to the basics because it can be so boring. But I believe with a little bit of understanding in colour theory, you can create an artwork that has that professional quality. And I'm not just talking about colour mixing. I'm talking in the colour combinations that one uses to create that work. So the best way for us to explore colour theory is with a Mont Marte Octo-Colour Wheel. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is partially recreate this colour wheel onto the canvas here, because I think it will make the theories easier to understand if the correlation can be made. Then we'll try out some of these theories, and then we'll surmise how you can utilise these theories in your work. On a standard colour wheel, there is 12 colours. This first primary blue is generally thought of as a cobalt type of blue and is fairly neutral. The next colour is a blue-violet and then violet. As our colour wheel warms up, we move to a red-violet and then to a cadmium type red. Then to an orange-red that moves down to an orange. Cadmium creates very clean oranges, as it is a very strong tinted colour. Now onto our secondary orange and then a deep yellow orange. As you do this, you will see how pure your hues stay when you only use a limited amount of colours to mix them. This is certainly the case with watercolours, as the theories work on any medium. After we create our yellow-orange, we move to our basic yellow. This is also known as lemon yellow. Now we start to cool down and create a yellow-green, and then a basic green. This green should be fairly neutral. We can then add our last colour, the blue-green, which I like to think of as a sort of turquoise. And with that, our colour wheel is finished. So the first artistic trick we're going to explore is complementary colours. Now if I look at my Mont Marte Octo-Colour Wheel, I can select a colour in green here, and the colour directly opposite is green's complementary colour, which is red. So let's try that up here. Directly across from here to the green here. It's really funny, but the colours just seem to vibrate. Now the other really fantastic thing you can do with complementary colours is darken them without losing their vibrancy, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm just going to create a little cube here. Now you would think red would just make a colour like green dirty, but it actually keeps it clean. This is great for subtle shading. So let's try another one. What if our background was to be, say, a yellow? I select my yellow colour and I can see that my complementary is violet. So let's see how that combination looks. As we drop in the violet, the yellow seems to take on a different dynamic. So that's our complementary. Now for our split complementary. Now the split complementary is a fantastic one, especially when you have one main dominant colour. So it works on the complementary system, but let's say, for example, our next one here, we might want the main or dominant colour to be blue. So I select my blue and I look down here and the split complementary is yellow-orange. If I choose orange as my dominant colour, then my two complementary colours are blue and blue-green. Let us now explore the triadic, or T-R-I-A-D-I-C. Now this is 3 colours equally spaced around the colour wheel. For example, blue, red and yellow. This will also work for green, red, violet, and orange. So let us paint up this last one in the triadic colour scheme. So for this one, I might do the blue, yellow, and the red. This is the tried and tested scheme. Orange, green, and violet would be interesting too. With a tetradic colour grouping scheme, we use 4 colours. And this is quite easily done like this. For example, or you might like to do it like this. So let's create this up here with the tetradic colour scheme. So this scheme will be green, violet, red, and yellow. The interesting thing about this grouping is if equal space is occupied by the colours, the painting is balanced as well as in harmony. Analogous next. Now, analogous basically means using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colours that live next to each other in the colour wheel. So we can break our colour wheel into 2 halves, and that is warm and cool. So this colour scheme is basically used in warm or cool. So let's create a warm one and a cool one. So I can pick up to 5 colours. This scheme will be 3 colours. They just have to be right next to each other on the colour wheel. One thing about analogous groupings is they can impart real emotion in a work. Now for a warm one. Comic book artists often use this type of colour grouping. Well, I hope I didn't bore you too much, and I hope that you enjoyed this quick little lesson and have at least learnt something about colour theory. And I hope that you can see how much a octo colour wheel can help you make good colour choices. And if you're not there now, then come over to montmarte.net, where we've got lots more real lessons for you to try out. And while you're there, you might like to join our family feed or our blog. They're both real fun. We've also got a Facebook too, so we can communicate. Well, until next time, keep on painting.